Hi, hey, it's Sue Burhoe, and today I want to talk to you about feelings. Nothing more than feelings. And if you know that song, you get an extra point. So stay tuned for this video, and I'm going to tell you how to go from anger to a better feeling thought. So, okay, I want to start with a story. And the story is a true story of my friend and I. And I went over to her place, and her kitchen is in the middle of construction, meaning like she has no cabinets, nothing. It's an empty shell. No refrigerator, no sink, no running water, nothing. Okay. And I went over there to see how it was going. Well, it wasn't going. And all I found was a pissed off friend, like really, really mad. And as a friend, I immediately tried to make her feel better, right? Like just bring her all the way up from anger to joy and appreciation. Like, oh, this is going to be wonderful. Your kitchen's going to be beautiful. And she really wanted nothing to do with it because that was not a place that she could even reach for at that moment. Okay. So I immediately realized what I was doing. I was just like, I know better. I can't drag her all the way up to joy when she's got all these emotions in between. It's just not almost possible to do it. And if you could do it, it's not sustainable because there's all these other emotions that you kind of got to go through to get there. So what I'm talking about is this emotional scale, and this is written by Esther Hicks, and it's in her book, Ask and It Is Given. And it's a list of 22 emotions. The bottom one being grief, despair, powerlessness. The top one being love, joy, appreciation, all those good ones, right? So, but in between, there are 22 emotions. So my friend, she was angry. And what I immediately tried to do was squelch her. Like, and it's common for us to try to make someone feel better and say, no, don't be mad. How many times have you heard that? Don't be mad. It's like, yes, well, I'm telling you, be mad. Be mad and feel what you've got going on right then and there. And what I did with my friend was, okay, so we identified that you're mad. And she's like, yeah, I'm mad, right? So I'm like, okay, we'll talk about it. Get it out, So she went on a rampage of how mad she was. And by going through that rampage and me just watching and holding that space for her and not judging anything that came out of her mouth, right? Because that wouldn't help, right? I'm just holding that space for her. So she just went on this rampage of how everything sucked, that she couldn't even get a cup of water, that she couldn't even make her kids a sandwich, that all she wanted was a cup of coffee, and she just couldn't find anything. The place was a mess. And then she went on to blaming the contractors of how they said this was going to be done weeks ago. And then from there, she went on to like worrying about like, what if it's never done? And what if they mess up and the cabinets they come in the wrong colors or whatever. Like she just went on a rampage. But as she was doing that, she went from anger to discouragement, to worry, to blame. Like she was moving up the emotional scale. So by the time she was done, she was like 3 or 4 emotions away from anger, right? And she felt better. So what I'm trying to get you to see is that there's a scale of emotions, and wherever we are at any given time, if we want to move up, all we have to do is think a better thought. Just something that feels better. Just reach for a better feeling thought. And some of the ways that we can do that, there's several ways. I'm just going to talk about a couple right now. One is to stop and actually give yourself permission to feel what you're feeling right now and realize that it's okay. It's all right. I'm going to reach for a better feeling thought. And you can know that if you're going in the right direction on this scale by the way it feels. If you're feeling a little relief, you're going up. And if you're going back, that is feedback of like, it feels worse or it feels the same. So you're not actually moving anywhere, or you're moving in the wrong direction. And I like to liken this to a game that I used to play with my kids. Have you ever heard of hot and cold? And sometimes it's you're looking for something or something's been hidden and you're trying to let them know if they're close or if they're not close. And so if there's something is hidden and they're getting close to where it is, they're like, oh, you're getting warm. Oh, you're getting warmer. Or you're getting hot. You're hot. Or if they're going in the totally opposite direction. Oh, you're cold. Oh, it's chilly. Oh, you're getting cold. Oh, it's freezing. Like you're totally in the wrong direction, right? So I liken this to the emotional scale. If you're feeling better, you're warm. You're warm, you're getting there, right? It's almost hot. And if you're feeling cold or chilly like that, you're either staying in the same place or you're going in the wrong direction. So play that hot or cold game with you as far as your emotions. Does that feel better? Is it warming up or is it still cold? Okay, so hot or cold on your emotions. So one couple ways to actually move from where we are right now is to reach for a better feeling thought. What feels better? Like, so in the case of my friend, she was really pissed, like rip your face off kind of pissed. And what made her feel better was to blame the contractor. Like, they told me it was going to take this long. And even discouragement was a better feeling thought of wanting to rip your face off. What if it's never done? That's a little bit of relief because, like, what if it is done, right? So can you see how just feeling for a better feeling thought moves you up to the scale? And if you do that, these small little increments over time, you're moving and you're moving and you're moving up the scale. And if something happens, you reevaluate. It's like, okay, what am I feeling? What am I actually feeling? Kind of dissect the situation and like, I'm feeling angry. Oh, I'm feeling worried. Oh, I'm feeling blame. Like, it's not my fault, it's your fault, right? So first identify where you are and then start working your way up the scale. And you will know if you're going up by how it's being reflected, how you're feeling back. So that's my talk today about feelings, is just taking one small step, one small feeling in the right direction to move from where you are. Okay. If you like this video, hey, give me a thumbs up. If you don't, give me a thumbs down. That's all right too. And if you like, you want to hear more of what I've got to say, there's a subscribe button. I would love if you would click it. And here's one more thing. I have a Facebook group that's private, and over there we just talk about this. I talk about this stuff. Lots of people talk. We all talk about this kind of stuff. It's called Life of Attraction. And if you want to join me over there, I'd love to see you over there. It's a private group. Ask to join. I'll get you right in. And we talk about all good things and even some bad things. But then you know what we do? We move from that place. All right, I'm out. Talk to you later.